Welcome back to Mystery Racing with me, Shaggy Scooby66. Once again, we join the Wrecking Tyres racing community, and there it's the F1 Super Formula League. It is week 3. This is race 2, so it's the reverse grid of the last race. Hard tyres have to be used for a minimum of 3 laps, and as you can see, we are at circuits Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Always a chance of rain around here, and it's not looking too bright at the moment. Daphne, the weather girl, is on the weather radar. She says there is lots of cloud around, but doesn't seem to be too thick, so she isn't expecting rain anytime soon, but it's a 30-minute race. So Wrecking Ball is going to lead us away. He's on the hard tyres. Pugger's in second, also choosing the hard to start off. Fudd's in third. Campo in fourth. Now he's the first one to decide to start on the racing softs. Shaggy's in fifth, racing hards. Steve Scooby 6th on softs. Wally Bob 7th on softs. Dazzler in 8th on softs. Obi in 9th on hards, Skippy in 10th on softs, Tyre Slayer in 11th on softs, Pilgrim on 12th on the hards. So Pilgrim in that last race still in the lead of the championship at the moment. Scott in 13th on hards. Hoggy's 14th on hards. Hoggy's moved up to second place in the championship now. And Staffy is 15th on the grid on racing hards. So Staffy won the last race. Let's get this second race underway. We already have 2 lights, 3, that's 4, and 5. Revs rising. Oh, Wrecking Ball's got a flyer there. Didn't hold him back as much as we think, but he is getting swamped in this first corner. Someone's gone out wide there. Let's just go back. Let's go on board with Pilgrim. Let's see if we can see what happens here. You can see Wrecking Ball just moved there, so he'll have the hold. But as we come down, there was a touch between the yellow car and who's gone out wide. No one. Everyone's away. Everyone's going through En Rouge. Pilgrim there. Scott gave Staffy a bit of a nudge. Scott's got a flyer. It's as in the first race, it's just a little bit touchy, but that is really because if the person brakes in front, that gap suddenly disappears. Campos was in first place, but down to second. It's Steve Scooby now, but these two are going to battle away. Then it's Tyre Slayer with Dazzler, Puggers, Shaggy up to 6. Oh, Shaggy got nudged there by Skippy. He did apologise in the chat. Welly Bob, Hoggy's just gone underneath Pilgrim. As we come down to Campus and Stavelo, everyone's still just sorting themselves out. Skippy's got by Shaggy, so Skippy on the move. Being on the hard tyres runners are just finding it hard this first lap. Here comes Hoggy. Round he goes through Corbière and then Blanchimont. The hard tyre runners really at a disadvantage, but Shaggy just fighting back there through the bus stop chicane. Can't get it done. Can he keep that place ahead of Welly Bob? Like no one using the their boost at the out of the chicane. Fuds, what's happened to Fuds? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, let's see what happens to Fuds here. Because Fuds was in 4th and then he's just dropped down right to the back of the field. Just got the line wrong. Oh, and then Dazzler. See all those little touches. But I think there's something else coming. Welly Bob goes through to just Skippy. Oh, Fuds is on the inside, just having to really back out of that. Oh, then goes wide, gets it on the dirt, gets out of the way of everybody. Right, so we're on lap 2, this is where we left it. So Steve Scooby in the lead and has got already a sizable lead over Tyre Slayer, with Dazzler in 3rd and then Campo 4th. All them are soft tyre runners. Bugwash is the first of the hard tyre runners in 5th, with Hoggy 6th, Skippy 7th, and then Shaggy the next best hard tyre runner in 8th. Welly Bob, oh Shaggy, was there a touch there? No, Shaggy just went out wide through speakers all by himself, so Welly Bob goes through. Those hard tyres still not quite warm enough, not turned on yet. There's Pilgrim in 10th place, another hard tyre runner. Yeah, all the guys at the back are all hard tyre runners. But Steve Scooby, he's got into the lead and he's just trying to break away. We start on 75% of fuel, so there isn't enough fuel to go to the end. There's Dazzler and Campo. Again, just a little bit of movement there, just a side touch from Dazzler on Campo. Oh, and Campo got it on the green stuff, has turned it around. We have all done that, we've seen people do that in the last race. These cars, turning angle, accelerator and the green paint just does not mix. So Campo, from being in 4th place, is now dropped down to 11th. Hoggy has caught Pugwash up. On the boost button, you can see the hoop flashing there. All he uses just enough to get into the lead, then comes off the boost. Wants to try and save as much as he can for later on in the race. But that's Hoggy up to 4th, Pugwash down to 5. Here comes Skippy on Puggers now. There's quite dirty air through the from these cars. But the Williams Red 5 looking magnificent in the sunshine that's come out. Oh, Puggers really taking a bite out of the double gacho there. Welly Bob in 7th place, so he's behind. So if these two start fighting, Welly Bob will get to them. Steve Scooby still out in front and as you would expect has the fastest lap, a 54.4, which shows you what's possible on fresh softs. But this is lap 3, so the hard tyres now have had their best. Still near enough to each other. Pilgrims come in, that's it, end of lap 3, so Shaggy. So they're getting rid of the hard tyres. Shots come in as well. We're going to see loads of Puggers is in as well. So 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th now, these guys. So the question is, what are these guys going to put on? We will check in a minute as we see Skippy go to the inside of Puggers, gets the car into Lecombe, gets it done through Malmedy, and is just streaked away there. Here comes Welly Bob, also looking at Puggers, and the door was open, so Welly Bob used it. Pugwash just suffering there. That could be the result of the dirty air. But now we'll go back. Pilgrim's put medium tyres on. Shaggy's put softs on. Pilgrim's filled up. Shaggy's on about 93%. Fuds has put medium tyres on but hasn't filled up. Scott's put softs on and filled up. So two different strategies going on. Well, three different strategies going on there. But that does mean that Fuds intends to do another pit stop, or he intends to somehow eke just over half a tank of fuel out for the rest of the race, which I do not think is possible. Scott now. Oh, they just come together. Don't know if that was a bit of lag or, but Scott goes through. Someone's off. Someone's had a bit of a nightmare, I think. So let's go back. Oh, it's Puggers. What happens to Puggers here? Round through Longchamp, then into the chicane. So go to the he just went in just a tiny bit too deep on the track back. It looked like it spun. But Welly Bob's up into 6th. Then there's a big gap between Pugwash and OB. OB on the hard tyres though, hasn't pitted. He was started lap 5. The camp on softs. Staff is on the hards. Then we come up to the people that have pitted. So Pilgrim on mediums. Shaggy's on softs. Scott's now on softs, and he's moved up into 13th with Fuds at the back. But Steve Scooby is tyre slate in the background. Tyre slate coming through the double gap show now, followed by Hoggy. Hoggy's starting to close in. Dazzler's keeping these guys honest. Now these guys will run these soft tyres for as long as they can, or until the fuel has run out, whichever comes first. Bob, there isn't much difference in tyre usage. Now the question is, let's look. Fuel's there. Someone who hasn't. Just wondering if the overtake assist actually uses more fuel. Hard to tell. That's why I'm just bouncing through. I'm just trying to see who. Skippy. Skippy's got a little less fuel wear, but not really used his boost that much. As I say, that he uses it. So I don't know if there's a correlation between fuel usage and boost usage. If anyone knows, can you just put a comment? Really help. Staffy. Touch the racing hards, hardly touched his boost as well. And this gap to people that have already made their pit stop. Don't worry about the gap at the moment. Everyone has to do at least one pit stop. Well, I say that. Oh, we have lost wrecking ball. Now, Richard was having issues with his VR set. I said in the last race he's just got a new rig. And I don't quite think he's got his VR receiver quite right. He seems to be going out of the field of play. I don't actually know what all that means because I do not have a VR. So he just needs to get that sorted out. Whether because that's a technical problem he's given points, I don't know. He could be given the last place point because he's quit because of a technical issue. We've seen it before where people have had issues with their controllers and have had to leave the lobby. They've been given place. It might be that it's just too early in the race to do that, but again, another question of admin there. That'll be left to others, as Wrecking Ball is part of admin. But Steve Scooby on his merry way, coming down through Brussels. Tyre Slayer keeping close attendance. Tyre Slayer with more boost, a little less fuel though. Hoggy has just been motoring up behind Tyre Slayer and has got now the fastest lap with a 1 minute 53.7. Slayer just touched a bollard there, that just slowed the car up. Nearly caught Hoggy out there. Dazzler's still within touching distance of these guys. You've got a boost there, just saw the hoop start flashing. And the big red overtake button going on. Can Hoggy get any closer? Hoggy's eye perspective, as it were. So I've just noticed that in this view. I don't know if it does it in when you're racing, if you're racing this. But the halo, the centre of the halo, is actually visible. So now Hoggy, are we going to go side by side? No, he thinks better of going side by side through Eau Rouge. Now he's on the overtake button through Radion. He's side by side as they come down the Kemmel Straight. Hoggy goes up into second place. Nice clean overtake that by Hoggy. Through Lacombe and Malmedy. Down to Brussels again, so look at Hoggy already stretching that lead. Some of that will be down to the dirty air because now Tyre Slayer is in that. Dazzler there, still within touching distance. Dazzler, your rear ring, I actually should say hello, not bye. Skippy there, doing a great job in that 5th place. But he has he's under a quarter of a tank of fuel already as we reach the halfway point of this race. 15 minutes done. The sun has come out. Daphne the weather girl is saying that it's going to stay bright until about 5 minutes from the end of the race, and then she can see a cloud coming in. She doesn't expect it to rain though, but it might get a bit cloudy. Fudd's in the pits again, and he's been there for coming up 5 minutes. Is there a problem with the car, the candy car? Has he crushed it? So maybe someone can take a hammer to it. But Steve Scooby still on his way, still on those softs, and they've lasted a long time, so that is looking good for the people who put them on very early. So Campo's 9th now. Pilgrim, who put the medium tyres on, has got a half-second penalty. But he put medium tyres on. Shaggy's in 11th place. He's doing 156s now, 157s, 156s, which is about his ultimate pace. And then we've got Scott behind him, so we've got the two people that have changed at the pit stops, put softs on. They're in 11th and 12th at the moment. Scott's going to get the slipstream from Shaggy. Staffy is down in 13th place. Done his fastest lap, 1 minute 53.9. When did Staffy? It looks like Staffy came into the pits on lap 6 and 7. Fudd's still in the pits. It's not looking good for Fudd's. So Steve Scooby still doesn't come into the pits, neither does Hoggy, neither does Tyre Slayer or Dazzler. Right, Puggers on the hard tyres, he's used the hard tyres up to lap 9, he's coming into the pits now. Obi's into the pits as well, so them two have used their hard tyres a long time, nearly the full fuel tank. Now, here we go. Keep with Pilgrim now to see where Pilgrim comes out against the people that were up in front. Bugger's got his tyres on and he is putting fuel in, 63%. So now, oh yeah, Pilgrim goes by Puggers and he'll go by Obi as well. So does Shaggy goes by Obi. So really interesting because Staffy's got past Obi as well, so they've got the undercut. Scott looking at Shaggy, goes through. Shaggy doesn't fight it, doesn't move off the racing line. Behind them, Obi has got Staffy behind him, Staffy with a half-second penalty. So these guys, so Pilgrim has come out ahead of Puggers. Now, Pugwash. Puggers has put softs on. Right, Steve Scooby's into the pits. Hoggy's into the pits and Tyre Slayer. Oh, they're all coming in now. Dazzler, Skippy's in. What about Wally Bob? Wally Bob in 6th place. He'll have to come in as well because his fuel light's on. Campo come into the pits as well because his fuel light's on. Oh no, Campo's rolling the dice, gonna go for one more lap. Gonna use as much fuel as possible. So now let's go with Pilgrim. Pilgrim going to come out with those people. Won't know until he gets round the source. So Pilgrim can only jump to Wally Bob. Wally Bob comes out into the pit. So Steve Scooby kept that position ahead of Campo. These guys now have the hard tyres on. So Pilgrim, person that has done did do the pit stop first. Medium tyres, and he's in 7th place. Welly's in 8th. He's got Pugwash behind him in 9th, and Pugwash is on the soft tyre. Scott, his softs are about halfway through their life. Shaggy's is also, so they will do. They won't be in great shape, but they will do to the end of the race. Pugwash trying to get by Welly Bob, but can't do it. Like how the halo just disappears in front of you, so you can see unobstructed. If you were doing this live, if you were really in there, apparently the halo disappears because of where you are, where racing drivers look. Oh, half a second penalty for Pugwash there. He just went a little bit wide. Oh, and then Scott gave Welly a bit of a hurry up there. Scott just that closing speed. Said it before. These cars can pose into the pits. Right, Pugwash down. Scott again. And there you saw OB, just again, can't really say late on the brakes, but just caught out by the closing speed really. OB just wanted that inside and was always going to have it even if there wasn't a full car width between them. Scott and see OB once again, just ran into the back of Scott. Welly Bob, oh, nearly went wide there. Gar shook its head as we come round the shells. Welly just got a tap from Shaggy there again, just those hard tyres, just can brake a little bit earlier. Welly Bob's hoop has gone red, which means he's in the last quarter of his allocation of boost. As meanwhile, we'll go up to Steve Scooby. So Steve Scooby, he's away from Hoggy. This guy's on hard tyres. We've got 6 minutes left. I say that's going to be 3 laps, maybe 4 depending on their pace. Pilgrim down his 6th place, other people ahead of him. I think that's going to mean he won't be leading the championship after this race. We will see next week when the first race starts. Starts in championship order, so you know where people are. Wash there, keeping Obi behind him. Then we've got Scott on warm, soft tyres. Shaggy's got ahead of Welly Bob, but he's been under. Oh, yellow flag, yellow flag, yellow flag. Why have we got a yellow flag? Oh, who's that? Oh, Scott. What happens to Scott here? Oh, wow, that's a weird one. Let's go on board with Scott as we come down to the Coombe and Malmedy. He got on the accelerator too early, but was there someone else there as well? Oh, Pilgrim's had an incident as well. So Pilgrim's incident was just before Scott's. But, oh, he's done the same thing. Maybe there's a little bit of oil on the corner. Oh, Pugwash and Obi have to take avoiding action. So 2 people have the same issue through Malmedy. So that's dropped Pilgrim. So these people, so Shaggy, Staffy, okay. Shaggy and Staffy go by Pilgrim. So Pilgrim dirty tyres, still recovering. So Shaggy and Staffy reap the rewards of staying on the grey stuff. Comes into 7th, closing in on Pugwash. Lobby later on the brakes, gets the move done, so Lobby up to 6th place now. Anna's just done the fastest lap at 53.6. Steve Scooby 56.1, his first flying lap. Hoggy 56 dead. Tyre Slayer 57.6. These guys just getting used to these hard tyres. I think the gap's big enough for all these to stay away. Oh, Pugwash fights back against OB. Oh, OB just got a little bit of a back end squeal from out of the source, so up en rouge, Pugwash in the slipstream and a bit faster. He's on the overtake button, but so was OB. OB stays to the defensive line, but keeps the car there. Has to brake though, so he doesn't run and kill them both through Lercombe and Malmedy. Shaggy keeping Staffy behind him so far. Staffy's got slightly better tyres. Shaggy's got more boost though, so can Shaggy use the boost in the right position? He really needs to break that slipstream. There in 10th place, recovering. Oh, got by Staffy there. Now what happened to Staffy? Oh, ran wide. Had to get off the gas there so he didn't spin it. So that's Pilgrim up to 9th place. Let's just let the pressure off Shaggy. Just a couple of seconds. It won't be long before Pilgrim is on the back of Shaggy. Those mediums hanging on a lot better than the soft tyres. Steve Scooby, it'll be 2. Let's figure out who will be doing 2 laps. There, so I reckon it's going to be, might be Welly Bob. We'll see. Fuds is still in the pits. Now that's all Ricky had to do when Ricky was having the problem. But sometimes I'm going to ask the question of admin what they're going to do about that. I feel that Ricky should get a final point. After all, it was a controller issue, not a rage quit. And if we're going to give points to Fuds for sitting in the pits for 20 minutes, then yeah, I don't have a problem with that. If you're not feeling it, then you're not feeling it. Steve Scooby definitely feeling it. He's led after about corner 7. Oh, now. We've just had someone leave. Just want to go back. Who's that there? That's Scott. Oh, Scott's come into the pits. He's decided that he needs fresh tyres. So that might change the complexion of some people. But Steve Scooby comes through, so does Hoggy. It's going to be the last lap for these guys. 20 seconds left of this of the time limit. Scott is sat in the pits. Doesn't look like he's gonna go through. 9, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time, so it's going to be Campo. Finishes the race in 11th. Shaggy's going to come home in 12th. Scott's going to come home 13th. Fud's in 14th. But it's all about Steve Scooby and Hoggy. Can Hoggy close in? Hoggy's just used the last of his boost. Steve Scooby has had no boost for the last 2 laps. As we come through the double gap show. Oh, it's got cheese in it. I don't know what it is. Don't know how to. But on his way, seemingly unstoppable in this race at this track. The car just looked like it shook its head there. Slayer is getting a little bit close for that 4th place. But Steve Scooby out the final corner. Hoggy really is close up, but it's not going to be close enough. Steve Scooby wins. Hoggy gets 2nd place. Tyre Slayer's going to come home 3rd, and then we're going to go backwards. So Tyre Slayer comes home 3rd. Now let's go backwards and let's watch this. So on the run down through Blanchimont. That's the Pug Wash and OB. So all closes up through the slight touch there. OB gave the place back, so it is Daz that gets 4th, Pug Wash gets 5th, Kenobi gets 7th. Oh, now something else to look at. All happening at the end of the race, isn't it? So Staffy and Pilgrim on the inside. Staffy went right, clash of wheels, nothing there, but Staffy keeps that 7th place. So Staffy gets 7th, Pilgrim 8th, Skippy gets 9th, Welly Bob gets 10th. What a race, what an intense race that was right at the end. What a fantastic one. I've been Shaggy. We'll catch you next time. It's bye.